Hello guys, how are you doing? I hope you're doing great. It's so chilly out here, but it's beautiful. For some time now, we have been talking about DV Lottery 2023 and we've been talking about DV Lottery 2024. And today, let's shift our gears and let's talk about DV Lottery 2025, the upcoming DV Lottery 2025, because we have many people that are planning to enter into this lottery. So why don't we talk about it and prepare people for this? So to begin with, in case you don't know, or if you are new, or you've just come to look for information about the DV lottery, as an introduction, the DV lottery program is a program by the United States that gives you a free entry to the United States on a permanent resident status. It has very minimum qualifications and everyone can apply for it if you meet the minimum requirements. And we are about to see the requirements for the DV lottery, and especially so the DV lottery 2025. What requirements do you need for you to enter the lottery? And remember, as the name suggests, it is a lottery, meaning you enter and you wait for the outcome, the fate. And it is a random selection. Once you have placed your entry, the selection is at random and you can get an opportunity or not. It's not based on any merit. So that's a quick introduction, and that's just a little bit about it. So what are the requirements and how are you supposed to prepare for the DV Lottery 2025? The first things that you need to know is you have to seek for information even before entering the lottery, and that is very key. You have to seek information, and I speak of this with a lot of confidence because I have years of experience in this, and I've encountered many of my friends who did not seek information before applying, and they ended up messing up their application. Some of them were selected, but they could not proceed with the process because of the errors they did in application due to lack of information. Others, they were denied their visas at the interview after having used a lot of money and expenses, and they were denied their visas just because of lack of information. So if you're watching this video, then you are on the right track and you're doing the right thing, because I'm going to enlighten you on this even before you apply. We just have a short time to the beginning of the application period. Normally, the application in the DV lottery is done in the month of October. The bigger part of the application period is in the month of October. And to be precise, it begins from the first week, someday in the first week of October, and it runs through to the first week of November, or someday in the first week of November. That is when you enter into lottery. Any other time or any other thing or information you hear about applying the DV lottery in a month that is not during that time that I've mentioned, then it's a scam. The application is done between the first week of October to the first week of November, and not at any other time. Let's come back to the qualifications. For you to qualify to enter into the DV lottery, you have to meet this. You have to have gotten your high school education. And by that I mean you have graduated high school and you have the high school diploma. That is the minimum requirement. You have attained the high school education and you have the high school diploma. And if you don't have a high school diploma, you have not gotten the high school education, you should have a 2-year work experience within the past 5 years. So within the past 5 years, you should be having a 2-year work experience in a qualifying work. That is to mean there are certain jobs that may not qualify you. And that information, you find it on this website, onenetonline.org. That is an official website by the Labor Department of the United States. You go there and gauge your work experience, whether it qualifies you. And it must be above the SVP range of 7. Special vocational preparation of above 7. If your job experience or work experience is above 7 on SVP range, then you qualify even if you don't have the high school diploma. The other qualification is that you should be coming from a country that is listed as eligible. What do I mean? There are certain countries that are not eligible, and the list normally change every year. And those countries that are not eligible, they are listed before the application period. And what makes them not eligible? So if a country in the past 5 years has accumulated immigrants in the United States that the number surpasses 50,000, then that country is put aside, is put as ineligible for the DV lottery. So if your country has less immigrants in the United States within the past 5 years, then it is eligible. And don't worry about that list because it is normally given out before the application. So you'll know whether your country is eligible. And on that eligibility aspect, you still can qualify if you come from a country that is ineligible. If you're married and your spouse is from a country that is eligible, and you yourself, you are from a country that is not eligible, you can use your spouse's country as the country of your application, your country of eligibility. You can use your spouse's country as the country of eligibility. I hope that point is clear. And we shall do a video on eligibility of a country, so stick around for that. And then after you've met those qualifications, then what you can do to do a perfect application is I advise you to use your birth certificate. Use your birth certificate for you to fill in the biological data of you as the main applicant and also of those of your derivatives. And why do I say you use the birth certificate? Because the birth certificate is easier to get because everyone has a birth certificate. And the information printed on the birth certificate, they are legit and true. So once you use that, you'll never make any mistake even when you get selected in the process. So use the information on your birth certificate. And also you can use the information on your passport if you have the passport. As I am coming to the end of the video, you should also know that the passport is not a requirement. You don't need to have the passport for you to play the DV Lottery 2025. You don't need the passport. You just need to have the qualification that I've mentioned above and then apply. And you can do this application on your own. That is what I advise. You do it on your own because you are the bearer of the information. And what you feel in the initial application is what you'll proceed with during the entire process. The next thing that you need to do that is important is you need to understand the photo requirements. The photo that you use during the application has some guidelines that should be followed when taking it. And as it was recently disclosed, photo requirements lead to majority of people getting deselected. Your photo can cost you not get selected in the DV lottery application. So you make sure that the photo you're taking meets the qualifications. And I will also do a video to explain the photo requirements, that when you play the lottery, you will insert the correct photo for you to increase your chances of getting selected. Thank you guys for watching. That is just some little information about the DV Lottery 2025. But I'll do other videos to follow up on this that will explain bit by bit that when that time comes and you are playing the lotto, you'll have complete and full information. Thank you guys for watching. As usual, please like the video and also subscribe to the channel, and let's meet in the next video.